Hello, this is TJR. This weekend marks the 90th birthday of Mickey Mouse. For me personally, the story behind the creation of Mickey Mouse has always been an inspirational one. It's been a story of perseverance against formidable odds and embracing innovation when nobody else seems to care. The story goes that Walt Disney created Mickey Mouse after being fired by Universal Pictures. The Disney Brothers Studios had produced a year's worth of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit cartoons for Universal. The cartoons were very successful, and Walt took a train to Universal to negotiate a more profitable contract for the production of another year's worth of cartoons. Instead of being rewarded for his efforts, he was told that Universal owned the character and that he would need to take a 20% budget cut. And to add salt to the wound, he was also informed that most of his animation staff had been hired out from underneath him, behind his back. Walt refused the terms, deciding he would instead create and work on a new character, and that this time he would own the rights. The character was originally named Mortimer Mouse, but changed to Mickey based on a suggestion from his wife Lillian. I should stop here and point out that prior to creating the character that an entire entertainment empire would be built on, Walt Disney was an outsider, and as a human being, he had endured a crushing blow that would have made most men throw in the towel. Now, for decades, Walt Disney was given sole credit for creating Mickey Mouse, but in recent decades, the truth has come out that some of that credit also goes to Walt's close friend and collaborator, Ub Iwerks, who designed Mickey's original look as we see it in Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie was the first Mickey Mouse cartoon released to the public, but it was not the first Mickey cartoon produced. Two previous cartoons, Plane Crazy and The Galloping Gaucho, were created as silent films, and Walt was unfortunately unable to find a distributor for either one. And it's just as well, since Mickey's more recognizable design didn't evolve until that third cartoon. In test screenings for Plane Crazy, audiences did not react strongly to Mickey. So what happened? I think part of it has to do with the design change of the character from Plane Crazy to Steamboat Willie. If you look at Plane Crazy and The Galloping Gaucho, the design is close, but it's not quite there yet. By the time we get to Steamboat Willie, Mickey just looks so much more appealing to the eye than in the previous cartoons. It's as if he debuted with a fully realized design. He also appears to be a sweeter and kinder character by this cartoon. In Plane Crazy, he actually forces himself on Minnie even after she tells him no. But there is one other thing. In the introduction for the Disney Treasures Mickey Mouse in Black and White series, movie critic Leonard Maltin refers to Mickey Mouse as being in the right place at the right time. For decades, Steamboat Willie was miscategorized as the first sound cartoon. This was not true. That honor goes to the Fleischer Studios, who would later bring us the Popeye cartoons, the Betty Boop cartoons, and the Superman cartoons. At this point, sound in a cartoon was just a novelty, but Walt Disney took synchronized sound and brought it to a whole different level with Steamboat Willie. In some ways, Steamboat Willie was to animated films what the iPhone was to the smartphone. Smartphones existed before the iPhone, but the iPhone took it to a completely different level. The marriage of music and movement made this cartoon short a visual and audio wonder to audiences of the time, and it is reported that after its first showing, audiences demanded that it be played back again. Steamboat Willie, and thus Mickey Mouse, was at the forefront of a new form of technological audience experience, and it was the kind of experience that had audiences wanting more. The success of this cartoon was immediate, and Walt Disney had the previous two cartoons retrofitted for sound also. And Walt Disney would continue to strive for innovation in animated cartoons more than any other studio at the time. Walt Disney could have played it safe, but instead he took a gamble on a new technology and utilized synchronized sound in a way that no one had previously in an animated film. And Mickey just happened to be along for the ride. So I have to wonder, what might have happened if he had used a different character instead? And what might have happened if a different studio had decided to do it before him? After being delivered a crushing blow that would have made most men throw in the towel, Walt Disney instead chose to be innovative, and he won. Happy birthday, Mickey. You're 90 years old, and you're probably the most famous cartoon star in the world. But you may have just been another black and white cartoon character from a bygone age, if your father hadn't chosen to persevere against all odds, and if he hadn't chosen innovation as opposed to just playing it safe. This is TJR. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, click subscribe, and click the notifications bell icon so you can know when I release new videos. And if you'd like to help me create more videos, please consider becoming a Patreon supporter. Patreon supporters oftentimes get early access to videos, they get videos ad-free, and they get access to exclusive content. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, there's a link in the description, and you'll probably see a link on screen right about now. Thank you again for watching, and I'm looking forward to reading your reactions to this video in the comment section. Take care, everybody.